because...
I need to talk to my son, like, you can talk to Bruce, like, during the, I saw you doing the Hand on Your Heart.
Yeah.
I mean, if you read that book, it's just like, you know, they had so little freedom that, you know, we should appreciate, you know,
Yes.
freedom here. So
And
I'll work on my son, you can work on Bruce.
Yeah, that's, well, seriously, yes.
Yeah, if he read that book, you know.
Well, and so at the school that I'm at this year, it's in a different district just because I also wanted to teach with my twin sister for a year. I thought that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I went to her school for a year. I'm like, twin power, last year of being single. I'm like, might as well just go out with the bang with her. But all the kids, they say the Pledge of Allegiance every single day there, which I think is so cool. At Rogers, we only said it once a week if they remembered.
Right, yeah.
Which, I mean, I get being high school, like there's stuff to learn, but I'm like, there's still a...
It's so precious.
And I'm like, we are very, very lucky. Oh, let's go.
Some countries, even now in North Korea, if you just, if somebody reports you and you don't even do anything, you can be in prison.
Yep.
In China,
it's seriously, yeah.
They have, they have a citizen scorecard.
Yep, it just, I can't even.
Facial recognition and everything.
And I couldn't even imagine. Oh, yeah, good. Oh, that's still in. It's the yellow line. Got it.
Yeah, you would think it would be white.
Or something. I'm like, there's so many lines on this field. It's a beautiful field, though.
It is.
Ooh, offside. It's nice. Hello. Good. The back row crew. I'm like, this is nice for recording. Then my hands get a little, or get to rest on my legs a little.
Is Mike coming too?
He is watching Isabella. She's playing at 5:30.
Oh,
He hasn't seen much of her.
right. Yeah, you gotta split it up. Yeah, Mary's good. Elizabeth. That's a pretty good. The colors, yeah.
Does Chris like playing outside mid or defense better? I really like him playing outside mid. He's so, well, no, not at all, because I liked him as defense too. I just he has such a long stride. I'm sure he probably hates that. I'm sure he's probably like, why do I? Because I was an outside mid and I switched to defense, and I'm like, why do I have to come back? Like, it's such a different game. But I think outside.
You like the mid better?
In my older age, I like defense better now because I still play 2 days a week. But
You do?
yeah, and so, but in my college days, I liked outside better. I play through 2 different leagues. One is a full field, like 90-minute game.
Wow.
On Sundays, it's right.
Good shape for that.
Oh, it's an intense. It's co-ed, so it's a little. The pacing's a little more challenging, I think, putting guys in the mix for us, which is nice.
Right.
But that is, it's. What is the field called? It's right by the Cherry Spoon. It's like a high school turf field at Parade Stadium. Or no, is it Parade?
I know the Cherry Spoon.
Yeah, but there's a beautiful, like, full field there. It is so nice to play on, and then during the week, ooh, good D. During the week I play at. It's through a league called CSC, and they play all over the Twin Cities. So some weeks you're at Seafoam Stadium, some weeks you're in West St. Paul. It just depends on.
Oh, that's fun, yeah.
Depends on
So
the
are the
day.
different levels then?
Yeah, so like if you win a level, they like make you up to the next one. But we've dabbled in the highest and the second highest level for years because they're both co-ed teams.
Right.
So that's on the Tuesday night league is a level league. The Sundays anyone can play. but you can't, like, in the summers it's really competitive because all the college teams will come and play because you get the full actual games. So right now it's considered fall league, and college kids aren't allowed to play because of, like, if you're D3 you can't play another league. Like, there's certain rules. So based on the dates, they're able to be in this league in our summer league. So the summer league sucks, and I'm like, man, I'm not in college anymore. These kids are so good. I played against some Rogers kids before that have graduated and gone on to play. And then I'm like, oh, like Avery Churchman. I'm like, hello, Avery. I never thought I'd see you again after coaching you. And she's like, Anderson, I get to play against you. And I'm like, oh, please expect nothing. Like, because they are in such good shape. I don't know if you knew Kate Heimer a few years ago. She graduated. She's come and played, like, subbed for my team. She's like, Anderson, I want to play, but I can't find a league because sometimes it's hard to get in. So kids will ask.
Paige Miller at all?
Oh, I know Paige really well.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, but I've never played with her. No, since I've known her and Ross. Ooh.
Yeah, they're getting married in December, right?
Yes.
I can't remember the date, but married. Wow, that's pretty good, Michelle.
Yeah, but since I've known that, like, Paige hasn't played soccer, to my knowledge. I've asked Kayla Hofstedt and them to play, but, I mean, obviously she had a baby, so I'm like, well, that makes it, I'm like, I understand not playing during that time. I told them, I'm like, you guys should come play whenever you want. We always need girl subs. It's so easy to find men who play.
Right.
But in that co-ed, it just takes, I mean, you have to...
Do you have to have so many women?
Yes, and that's what, and that makes it a little different, but, like, I used to have a girl who, like, I didn't play D1, I played D3.
How many women do you have to have?
4 on an 11v11 field, and 3 on a 7v7 field, which the girl can play goalie if you want. And I used, like, our college goalie, like, was the most phenomenal goalie in the world, and so she used to play in our co-ed league, but then she got, like, people get injured so much. Like, I feel like it's so, people just get injured more as you get older. Things happen, people tear things, it's just so sad.
I know how that goes.
Like, we had a guy subbing for us 2 weeks ago, and he tore his ACL. Like, came in, was in for literally 5 minutes, tore his ACL. I'm like, oh my goodness.
How do you do it?
Literally just collided knees with another guy. It was, like, completely unintentional, like,
Right.
because most adults are like, we have to go to work tomorrow. We don't want.
Yeah. That would be fun to try and be in a rec league, but do you think even that would be too much?
Oh, anyone can can play at any. Yeah, there's people of all skills, all ages in every league.
Yeah.
So every league people can play. They just
Is there a men's rec league? or-
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's tons. So it depends on, like, you can play all different levels.
No,
And
I don't have to play really low.
well, there's like, but I would say you might want to do, like, co-ed is actually probably the way you'd want to go, because when there's women in the mix, there is, like, I've heard when it's, because I would even
It's
agree with
probably
this.
less physical.
Yes.
Yeah.
When there's
No, that'd be
when it's
good for
women
me, yeah.
versus women,
I mean,
they get so catty, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, and I mean, it's not like the skill level is any better or worse when it's one gender, but people get way more physical, and, like, their pride is on the line. Which I'm like, we're playing rec league soccer. It's my cardio workout 2 days a week. Like,
Right, yeah. So if we try to get a team, could you help get some wins?
oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, totally. I make Bruce come and sub for my team because he won't always play.
Right.
During soccer season, he takes the fall session off. In the winter, I try to play with him 1 day a week. So I'm like, it's just fun to play with him, and his brother is living in town now, so if you want to play, he would join too. Like, oh yeah, there's tons of guys, tons of girls.
I'd want to be on the lowest level.
Oh yeah, but that's fun though. That's and sometimes, like, and the thing is, if you, like, have a team that, even if you
Charlie
like,
would play.
yeah, and if you would have, oh yeah, that'd be so
Probably
fun.
like 5, 6 people that would play.
Yeah, the CSC league is a little bit of a drive, but I carpool with people down there that are in this area. Blaine also has leagues, but
Or is it
they're
better to wait till fall and then you don't get the college kids? Or they don't probably go in the rec league, right?
the
Like
the 7v7, you can get every level. Oh, I totally missed whatever happened over here. Apparently, the 7v7, they call it like A League, B League, and there's like another name for it. But essentially, but yeah, if you got a group together, the best time to get in is, I'm trying to think. Because you can.
It'd be fun to do, like, you know.
Oh, it'd be so fun. Oh, you would.
I wouldn't want to play a lot, but it'd be fun just to do it.
Well, even if I know that in Burnsville they have the best beginner leagues because they literally have like beginner and like low, like it's so fun, but it's such a drive to Burnsville.
Right, that is, yeah.
And the one other negative that people don't like about the competitive leagues is during right now, like the college season, we use all the turf fields of like Concordia and other places.
Yeah.
So let's go Judd. Yeah, Alex, go. Oh, it was so close. Sometimes our games are a little later. They can start at 10. And that's why Bruce doesn't like it. And I'm like, okay, it's 10 to 10:50. You're on the road. You're home by 11:20. You can't tell me you've never been out till 11:20 on a school night ever. And so he doesn't like those games. I like them, but that's the latest. Sometimes they're as early as 6, and then some people don't like that because then you can't get off work and then get down with the traffic if there is any.
Sunday night league.
They're all different days, so it just depends. The 11v11 leagues, like the full field, they have it's all the levels in one. So like one week we played a team that literally was so bad they couldn't even make one passing connection. But then there's another week where like you're playing that group of college kids. So right now it's pretty even. Like they're really playing tough. Like they're playing well together today. Ooh, unlucky.
I was thinking if I got some good people on the team, then it's okay that I'm not.
Oh yeah, well, and the thing is too, like, well, I have like so many friends that are girls that go. That was good. Go Alex. Oh, corner it is. Do you know something like that? Normally I like creep the teams before the games. I didn't even creep today.
I just saw they only have one senior.
Oh wow, so they're building.
Yeah. So that's why I thought.
And we have a lot. We have 5.
6.
That's 6. Okay.
There's a foreign exchange student.
Oh yeah. Is he here today? Is that him, number 4? No, 4 is he's.
He has blonde hair.
Okay.
It's from Norway. Or
Oh.
Denver. When would be the best time to be in there?
It just depends on when I personally think. See, I like the winter rec leagues because like it gets you moving and it's like a fun community thing. And like if you're meeting family or you know the team, like my team sometimes will go out and we'll go get like half price apps afterwards. And so it's super fun, like little like just something to get you out of the house in the winter.
So that would be the closest would be Blaine then?
I think so. I haven't played in the the Blaine league was like really expensive. In the summer it's so cheap because they have a million fields outside.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if they have the winter league because I know they have all those sheets of ice now.
I on it, but I didn't. I was thinking summer.
I would say, yeah, if you're doing the outdoor summer ones, those ones are the best at Blaine because they have all levels and they're the cheapest because they have so many fields. There's like 1 week you don't have a tournament when they like host the state tournament. Oh gosh, good step, Cater. Wow, that was close. So look at his run is so good. Like he's like the perfect outside mid. I told Bruce I like him wherever. I just always ask him, I'm like, where are you putting kids this time? And he's like, well, he said, since he has Ellen, he's like, we might as well push Chris up. And I'm like, I don't care what you do. I had never seen Ellen play before.
He's good.
It's so nice because now Chris knows both sides. Like he's now played the has he played defense before? Oh, get it? Yes. Take it. Oh. I didn't know if he had played like over the summer defense or anything like
He played at Rogers Rebels.
Okay, I should know. I'm like, because I just feel like all coaches are different. Like I'll talk to the girls team, and like for their summer coaches, they'll play like center mid, and then for high school they'll play defense.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of
He
kids.
likes Bruce.
I just think it's so cool that the kids can literally play all these positions and they learn so much. And I trust whatever Bruce says too. I'm like, he knows the game so
Bruce
well.
has more of my personality.
Yeah, like a very yes.
More easygoing.
Yeah.
I'd rather play for a coach like that.
And I love
That's how Chris is too.
I just love that Bruce doesn't like. I mean, he yells sometimes, but it's not like I'm gonna get a red card at a game. I always felt awkward last year, and I love Miller. He's hilarious. Like, but I think that when you're being
Substitutions on the pitch for the Royals.
no, and I feel
Number 4, Josh Otto.
like the kids.
Number 15,
that, like,
Carter
really
Raish. And number 17, Easton Whitcomb.
Bad way.
For the Panthers,
Because I'm not worried.
number 7, Zenobio Morales.
Like, and like,
Number 8,
you can
Rayon
discipline kids, or you
Hassan.
can just be like, hey, let's.
Number 14, Bryson Ray. And number
Figure it out
16,
and-
Raul Solario.
It's
Yeah.
fun to play, and it's good for the kids.
They don't have a lot of subs today. Are people injured? Looks like Riley's injured. I feel like the bench is normally full, but maybe I'm.
So we should plan on a summer rec league.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
get a few
Oh, that'd be
people.
so fun. Though, I'm trying to think. I think Blaine is all 7v7. I don't think they have any full field, which is also nice. But I'm all about it.
Is that the best way to go, Blaine? You said it's the most reasonable.
I think, like pricing wise, like if you're worried about like if people like some people don't want to do things if it's kind of
I
like the
think
price
we
of a
could
gym membership is what I tell people. I'm like,
I think
how
we
much
could
would you
get
pay?
enough. If you can get like 4 or 5 people,
Yeah.
you could probably easily get.
Oh yeah.
So I think I could get probably 5 or 10.
Oh, there is one other place. I forgot it opened. It's called gosh, what is
I gotta
it?
get in better shape.
Oh, that's why I play. Just like I'm like I gotta keep. I'm like then I can have my Dairy Queen ice cream on the way home. Every time I film, I'm like. I figure it's my little treat to myself, a little Dairy Queen. But there's a place in and I've been back with West Patel. If West Patel is healed, he is phenomenal. Like we used to, so when he came to the high school, like was 3 years ago.
I like him. He's a good
Oh
coach,
my
too.
gosh, I love when he like
I
the
was
kids
hoping
are.
he was going to go to our church. I know they were with me already.
Yeah,
I don't know where they ended up going.
I don't know if they ever came because they were gonna go with us, and then I know. So I don't know if you know,
get
he just had a
married at
baby.
UQP?
We haven't figured, like, we're figuring out venues first. That's what we figured because we're like, if the venue is cheap, like sometimes places are cheaper with, like, if you do everything there, and it's just like, hey, save the $600 and just do it all in one.
Yeah.
Versus parents really want us to like go to 2 different places, but because
What do you mean?
like to like have a wedding at like a place and then go to the venue because they think that like the bridal party should be able to leave, which is fine. Like we just figure we'll see kind of like the pricing because Bruce is a huge family. Like, and by huge I mean ginormous. Like he's thinking like we'll invite over 350 people
Oh yeah.
because he has so many. He has I think 60 some like cousins with siblings and so and. Yeah, so that's why he said he's like, granted they might not all come, but he's the first one from his family to get married, and he's gone to all the cousins' weddings over the years, and I'm like, yeah, you can't. And my family has a pretty big I mean, like not ginormous, but I'm like, if he even brings 150 people, and I bring 150 people minimum, and then we have friends, and I'm like, oh, and that's already cutting a lot of people. So the venues have actually been the hardest thing right now to find.
So where have you looked at?
We haven't like physically gone anywhere. There's a bunch of wedding like planning sites. Some of them are like the venues will hold like 270 people, and we just like don't we're like, okay, well so we have the dates of those places like written down. Oh gosh, that was close. But we both are kind of goofy, and so we're like, oh well, maybe we'll just get married. There's a Monticello like bowling place that has like a ballroom and all this stuff. But when we were so we were like, okay, and you can put as many people as you want. So we're like, okay, that'd be perfect. They have a million dates open because it's not a very commonplace. And the people, if they get there early, they like literally can use the arcade, go bowling, and like that's just totally like us, like just easy. But then we found out, like, because some venues are super nickel and diming, like they will nickel and dime you for everything, and you can't even bring in like your own snacks. Like for the like you literally have to, if you go there and you like, and it's $3.99 a person for snacks. It's $7 for cake with cutting the cake, ordering the cake per slice. Like it's just like there's just it's like they nickel and dime you everywhere.
That is a lot. No.
Is that a corner? Yes, it is.
Did you look at the Rockwoods and the Wellsteads?
So the Wellstead is only off, like my grandparents actually, that's part of the reason why I came to Rogers. They lived there and passed away there. So my parents, wow. I thought that one did, to be honest.
I did too, yeah.
I like literally thought
That was close, yeah. You could hit the post.
okay, that must have been. Wow, was that nice out? I like how Alex gets that out. It's so funny. Let's. Oh, we got out. Nice. Yeah, get it out of there. But I love the Wellstead, and I've had a few friends get married there, so I'm like, oh, I wish. But my parents said it would be too hard, and like all my parents' siblings would have a hard time, like probably going back there since my grandparents passed away there. So
I don't know.
that's what some of them are like.
I wouldn't let that.
That's what I said, but
I agree
I'm
with
like,
you.
okay, I'm not like I respect my parents. So I'm like, I get it.
You'll look at it.
That's kind of I'm like, what's the prices? And Rockwoods is the next list of places. To
RHS.
So that's another one that I think that they either have like a back, don't they have like a back something, or they like will close down for weddings if you or something where.
No, that says you can rent it.
That's like the person I'm like, once we get we just need to figure out, and we're both so not picky that it's just like we just need to, because like we both, like I've never had like, oh, I have this perfect wedding picture, and I've never had like I'm like, oh, I want to get married. If it's in a church, awesome. Like if it's not, like, yeah. And that's like the thing is my sister got married at Northwestern Chapel, and it is
number 10, Chris
beautiful,
Rooney,
where I went to
and number
college.
13,
And so
Isaiah
that's
Brown.
in St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
For the
I
Panthers, back in number
love
5,
the
Khalid
campus. Like I had such a
Muhammad,
great
and
college
number 10,
experience.
Tenzin
So
Soltram.
Is that where you went?
yeah, and I loved it. And so that's why I'm like, part of me wants to look into dates there, but it is.
Yeah.
So like, if you call them and say I want this date, you have to be ready to say yes, like that. Yep. And then, but that is, it doesn't hold probably nearly enough people. Like that's the one thing I do need to look into is how many people they hold. Oh, I was lucky.
Yeah.
Good job, Jake. Oh, Chris switched sides. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both need to just become a little more picky. I think we both need to, like, it's not that it even, like, because we care, we're just, like, so easygoing now. We're both like, oh, what do you think of this place? Oh, it's nice. Okay, you like this? Like, nothing is really, like, stuck out to us either, which I think, so maybe, like, the right place will just be, because I hear that happens, too, like, once you call. I really want to bring in like my own cake. Like I really like the buttercream cakes. So any place that automatically says you can't bring in a cake, go outside. Go outside. Yes, yes. Good call. Well, that was a good call. They're talking today. That last game, that other team was so vocal. Like I heard our
They were
guys
good.
never, and I heard their guys from the press box.
You could tell they were super pumped up
Oh my gosh.
in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Well, I think I feel like.
almost looked like they said a little prayer or something beforehand.
Mhm. Did you
what I
see the
thought.
girls score? They beat them 16-0.
Was it 16?
And so I think the
The
guys
girls
were
lost
like,
16.
well, the girls won. Our girls did.
Oh.
But I think that they were like, let's redeem our sisters. It was like,
Oh,
I
that's-
think they came out like ready to
Wow.
destroy us because to have a team lose 16, like
That's
I wanted to
huge.
give Aaron a hard time for
Yeah,
that
but
if he
like,
comes
so
up.
my daughter plays JV, and
Yeah.
they beat them 6-1. Their girls program.
But 6-1 isn't bad, but 16. Oh, good, Cater.
Yeah, but you can tell, like, I think even the JV's like, it was like maybe their first year.
Oh, of like having a, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, it seemed like some one or two of the girls just, they didn't
Nice,
the ball, they
Cater.
didn't know how to kick it.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I used to like know our like college coach had like the mercy rule of like, hey, once it's 10-0, you need to pass 15
Right.
times before you score. And
Yeah.
those girls
For
were
the
getting,
Royals, number 20,
I mean,
Ethan
beautiful
Tran.
balls from the center, getting a breakaway and scoring. And I'm like, you feel bad for the goalie after like,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, I guess Aaron doesn't feel that way.
no, he doesn't. And some coaches don't. I just know, ooh,
Well, I told Chris, I said, you didn't do that yet, 5-1. I said
No.
you didn't get crushed, and then Chris says, oh, we got crushed. I said, that's not crushed.
no, 16-0 is
That's
crushed.
crushed. Yeah.
I have a new
Yeah.
perspective when it's
Yeah. I'm gonna
16-0.
tell Chris that. That's
Yeah.
getting crushed.
Yeah, that is crushed.
5-1 is not.
And that
I mean,
PK
it's-
was a good
you got-
call too. Like we got a good PK. Like I mean, there were some poor calls I think as well, but there were also
But they didn't get crushed.
no. And I think if they played them again and they watched the film, they could literally. And they never listened to it with the volume on because I always talk. So I told Bruce, I'm like, make sure you play music. Don't ever.
To hear about your wedding thing.
Yeah. You know, I told them I'm like, or one time, so with Alex's, or Alex, his PK, I called. I'm like, he's going lower right, and then he did. I was like, you can listen to those 22 seconds. I want you to know that I called it accurately based on his body positioning where he was going. Because from this, I feel like from up top, you have such a different view. Like that goalie would have had no idea, but for me, I'm like,
Right.
that's where he's going. You can just read
It's
his
nice
body.
to watch it up top.
Oh, it's so different.
You get a good perspective.
Olgren's tried to convince me to go to the very top, like the crow's nest, to record. And
Substitutions for both teams. For the
I'm
Royals,
not.
number 15,
Well, Bruce
Carter
just got a
Raish.
camera today,
And for
like
the
an actual
Panthers, number
camera.
18, Khalid
And there's this
Ahmed.
cool app called Huddle, which like
Hmm.
helps like look at the game and like. So let's just say Chris is playing for 10 minutes.
Mhm.
They can track his number 10 and say, oh, this is how many times he touched the ball.
Oh,
This is how many times,
yeah.
and the team has it.
Wow.
And I told Bruce, I said, Bruce, I know all the soccer moms because I coached for years
Right.
in soccer first and then cross country. And I said, I want your guys to have the same thing that they do. And they got it for free from football. Football's the
nice.
one who buys the,
Equipment.
all those stuff. So I'm like, Bruce, all you have to get is a video camera. So this week we're gonna look at getting that set up for the next game to
So
maybe
it's just
use
the
that.
software? Or?
Yeah, it's like so if we record it on a video camera, I think it might work from the iPad too, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But if you download the app and then you upload the videos, it sounds like, and I'm not 100% sure because I just listen to what the soccer parents tell me because they know more than I do about the app. But they said that way up there. That like it analyzes so the kids love it because it tells them like, hey, if you're playing all your stats, and then you don't, if you want to watch all the film, you still can, but but then like you have a quicker breakdown, and then more coachable moments. Like instead of the coach wasting their time doing film, you can come up with drills that help wherever your flaws are in your plan. And my mentality is if it's free, because football already pays for it for the football components, we should just use it for our soccer.
In for the Panthers, number 6, Kunga Sering. And number 12, Brian De La Cruz.
I didn't know if Aaron would come up here. I was going to ask him exactly how it worked. Because I like to give him a hard time every once in a while. Ooh. I'm glad the storm is holding off, or whatever it looked like it was going to do there for a little bit.
Yeah, did you see the Bahamas? Boy, they got hit hard.
No, today? Or was it
No, I mean from the hurricane.
Oh, no, I haven't even.
Oh, yeah.
The news has been on my.
It hasn't been on your radar.
No, mainly like I record these games and then I upload these games and I don't even watch TV or read the news. Well, first week of school. Next week I'll get back into my original swing of.
I don't watch TV, but
Ooh
look
wee,
at the news
ooh
on the
wee,
internet.
ooh wee.
I'm on TV more than I watch
What I love is the CNN 10, which is so funny. It's like this Carl Azuz guy. Like students love it. It's just 10 minutes of current events. He does one, I think it's every day. Just saying all the different things that's happening, and he just has a bunch of puns in it. It's just funny just to see like, ooh wee, different events that are happening and. Oh yeah. Go boys, go. Oh, unlucky.
Hi, dearie. I'm good. How are you? Oh, that's good. Oh no.
Ooh.
Did you get a bruise?